here. So, hi. My name is Rosemary Moreno. My passion is being a youth speaker, youth coach. I'm a youth activist, right? My whole passion, my purpose is to connect to teenagers at every different levels, social, emotional, intellectual. We got fun, all of it together. I want to say thank you for jumping on board. It takes courage
No problem.
to talk about what you've been going through. It takes dedication and commitment to your peers, and I'm so grateful. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what inspired you to be part of this operation?
Well, my cousin, she is the one that messaged me, and then she told me about the whole thing, and I was like, "Well, this actually sounds pretty interesting," because I was actually thinking about, over the few months that we were in quarantine,
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about how like people cope with these sort of stuff. I was thinking about the same thing with violent homes and children that may have mental health illnesses. I heard about a girl overseas. She committed suicide.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I was just starting to think about all those stuff. I have some peers at school, and I know because I am a part of my school's student council. So I
Mm.
usually I interact with the students at school, and I know about some of these students that have been going through stuff at home. So I was thinking about like how they are basically coping with just staying at home with the same problems every day. And actually I tried reaching out to them even, but it's gonna be tough for them since there's nowhere to go. Right?
Yeah. And how do we cope with that? That's one of the main questions that I asked, right? What do we tell the teenagers that can't go home and are in violent environments or in unhealthy environments? What do we tell them? How can they cope with being home? What strategies can we give them to be home?
Well,
Before
my
we get there, so I want you to think about that while I want to know about you. So tell me your name, your age, where you from, like where you living.
yeah. Okay, so my name is JODI. Yeah. So I Barbados is very small. It's like really it's like a dot. So I guess you could just say that I live in Barbados. I live like 5 minutes from the airport.
Oh, wow.
So
Um,
it's really small. Everywhere is close, and everyone is close to each other. For
how old are
me,
you?
oh, I'm 18. Sorry.
18. Perfect. Awesome. And how long was your quarantine on? How long have you been in quarantine?
um, our school actually closed before everything else. Schools had shut down. That was in March, like the beginning of March.
Okay.
So the students have been in quarantine for like a good 2 months now.
Wow.
But the businesses were still open. So parents were still leaving home and stuff for like a good couple weeks. And then we got the full lockdown. But although we have the lockdown, we still have the essential service and stuff like that. But as I said, Barbados is like really small. So like a lot of our parents and stuff, they do work in the essential services. So it's not like everyone is home. Most people are actually out there trying to make things better and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. And how has it been for you? What has been your experience being home for 2 months and looking at everything that's been happening?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I have been fearful for the whole pandemic. I have a supermarket right in front of my house,
Yeah.
so it's been tough living here since people are rushing to the supermarkets and stuff. So a lot of people are actually in my environment. So I was just trying to stay inside. The moment I go outside, I could catch it. So like I was not really risking leaving my actual house. So I would say I was still fearful of it, but like now it's like easing up. Right now we have about 80 cases.
Okay.
80 cases and 39 recoveries, and then just 6 deaths. So like it's kind of easing up right now. Hopefully we start to open back our businesses and stuff like that. But for me, I have, because I'm an athlete as well. So I've not been getting my training or anything. So I've been training at home, just doing my little stuff with the training at home.
What do you do? What's your sport?
Oh, I play squash.
Huh?
Squash.
Squash?
Yeah.
What is that? I can't.
It's not a very popular sport.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like it's like tennis, and
Okay.
it's an indoor kind of tennis sport.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I play squash for Barbados. I play internationally and regionally.
Wow. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you. All of my trips were canceled this year, and it's kind of sad because this was my year to get a scholarship as well. So like it cuts a lot of my opportunities this year. But I guess I could still work for next year.
Yeah. Wow. So that, and how that make you feel? Like that, how was that for you?
Well, when I got the news about the pandemic and how the sports were gonna be canceled and stuff like that, it kind of made me like sad, disappointed, and everything. But like no, I would say that I just got really accustomed to it, and you just gotta like say to yourself, well, okay, you gotta look at the positive side of it, right? And say, all right, so I could just use this time to work on my mental health, my physical health, everything for next year. So right now I'm not feeling as down as before about it, but yeah, I just looking forward to next year instead.
Wow. So tell me about your typical day. What has been your days like during
Well,
this time?
every day has been the same.
I get it. I get it.
mean, I've been watching Netflix. I want to be a property developer. I want to go into the business courses and stuff. So I've been like just doing a lot of business, thinking about business plans for the future and stuff like that. Just using my time wisely, because time is precious actually, and I'm using the downtime right now to just think about the future.
That's fantastic. When you're home for so long, and you know, we are not forced to be part of a routine, or we're not forced. Everything has to come through us,
Yeah.
right? So we have to get motivated to do your workout. You have to motivate yourself to spend your time wisely, invest it in things that
Exactly. And I'm not gonna lie, the workout part, as you said, you gotta motivate yourself. And being at home is actually like some days you get up and you're like, oh, I don't want to work out today. You get what I mean? I don't want to do work today. That's how you feel. You get really lazy being at home because you're in your bed all day or on the couch, and you don't feel like getting up to go and work out and do this. And yeah, so it's been hard because on a normal day, then you would go to training and you have your coach who would tell you, yes, you have to do this.
right?
But no,
and
yeah. So
you have accountability.
Yeah.
Now you don't. Now you have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
How about school? So how are you still in school? How is that working out?
I would say Barbados is not as advanced as the States. So we have been doing traditional work. We have not really been doing the technical work over the years, using iPads and laptops and stuff. So the transition from the books to iPads is hard for us here, because some students, they have problems with the Wi-Fi, they have problems with technology, they don't know how to work it, like stuff like that. So it's much harder for us to transition. But I guess the education system, they're working to make it possible at this point. But for me, I am advanced with the technology. I have much technology in my home, but my school, I go to a public school, so they have not really instilled any, like, a course online for us to do right now. But since I'm in my last year at school, we basically know what we have to do. So like, it's just revision until our exams come.
Okay,
That's it.
that works. And well, that's interesting to hear because
Yeah.
I'm in a household where, so we're from New York City, and they started their online classes immediately after. I think it was March 17, if I'm not mistaken, and it was immediately after our governor announced schools to be. First, he said it was going to be suspended for 15 days, and now they've now it's indefinite until for the rest of the year they're going to stay online. But it was fairly easy to transition from books to online. So hearing that for Barbados it hasn't been that easy is interesting, because it you don't know until you know. We live in this comfort bubble where things are a little bit more advanced or a little bit easier, and listening to what another country may be going through, it's important. It's important for whoever's going to watch the video to know that not everybody got it so easy.
Yeah, because even in our schools, we're not even allowed to take phones to school.
I wish they would do that here.
We're not allowed to have phones in school. So the technology in schools is like non-existent at this point. So the transition is extremely hard for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I see. And so what has been, in your experience, what has been the positive aspect of this whole journey?
Okay, so I would say that it brings, well, for me, it has brought my family closer. On a daily, well, my mom would be at work, my dad would be at work, my sister and we would just go to school and come back home. There's not much communication done at home. So I've been annoying my mother recently, interacting a lot with her and stuff. I've actually been trying to stay off of my phone a lot, social media, and actually living in the moment. So I've been watching movies with my mom, talking a lot. So yeah, it's, for me, the positive side of it is that it brought us really close together. She got to know me better, I got to know her better. So yeah, and we even like went through business plans, what my hobbies are, what her hobbies are, plans for the future, all sorts of stuff. So I think it's a good thing because we get to plan. That's the most important part of it. I get to plan for the future.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So I'm happy that has been the positive side. And how has everyone else coped with it? Like your siblings, your the rest of the members of your family. How do you see them coping with the whole?
It's basically the same for them. My mom has not really been affected by the whole corona because her business, the business that she works at, it's an accounting firm. So they usually do the technology work on computers and stuff. So they just brought home the computers and they did the work from there. She's not really affected by it, but I know a lot of people are in terms of their work. Some people are being unemployed and stuff like that. My dad, he works for himself. He's an entrepreneur. So it's hard for him because then he is not getting any business. But thankfully, I still have my mom who does all the shopping and stuff, which the income would still be coming in. But they have been coping with it the same way as me. The on the positive side of planning for the future, my dad will be taking time to get the growth of his business going after the whole pandemic. My mom, she's planning businesses as well. And then my sister, she's the same thing, working out and planning for the future. Yeah.
Okay. And how about your peers? You just mentioned that you know people that are struggling.
Yeah.
Explain that. How's that?
I actually have a lot of friends that, well, from school, that we do connect through Snapchat and stuff, and they have been telling me about some of them, they actually have parents that work in the essential services, so their parents are out all day and then they come home. But the thing with it is that it's your mental health now, because there's a whole virus going around, and then your parent leaves home and comes back, you're thinking, okay, are you safe?
Yes.
So it's dangerous for their household, and also their friends. I have friends that their parents are now unemployed. And a lot of people in Barbados are actually like that, because our businesses, they're not having any profits or anything. So and then my cousins, I have cousins that they're unemployed, and I have one cousin, she had a baby recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, unemployed now. So it's hard for her, because she doesn't have money to go to the supermarket and stuff like that. So it's hard here in Barbados because of the businesses, and a lot of people are unemployed.
Wow. And how does she deal with it? Do you know?
Well, she lives with her mom.
Okay.
She lives with her mom, and her mom is working. So I guess like she has other sources, but it's not as
it's still tough.
yeah.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I will say that there are people in Barbados that are trying to help. They're trying to help each other. I was just on Instagram, and there was a group, Food Run Barbados, and they bought food from the supermarkets, and they're going around to each community and giving out stuff, and the supermarkets even are giving away stuff to people in need. So it's
it got me all choked up. You're gonna cry. The thing where how humanity definitely ends up looking out for each other. So
yeah,
that's beautiful to hear.
even for me, I live in a community where everybody is not as fortunate, right? And everyone is, right? So I even started making bread. I did not know how to make bread. I did not know how to, and I started making bread and giving it out to the community. I gave everybody bread.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, it's just the little things that matter to those people.
Yes, I agree. It's the little things. Well, I'm proud of you. I love that. Thank you for being such a leader in your community. And okay, so if you can take, if you can look at the whole scenario, right, from the first moment where you started quarantine to now, what do you think is the message for humanity? Like, what do you think we can learn from this as humans as a whole?
Okay, well, no, I don't like to get into the theories of the coronavirus. I know the Christians have different theories, other people have different theories, but my beliefs are that it's a lesson for all of us. Maybe the world was suffering, people were sinning, right? All the sins and stuff, and God decided then this is the time to show us that we need to settle and take it slow, take it easy, and look to him.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just think that as a lesson for us is that we need to just take it easy in life. Take it easy in life and settle down. Sometimes people need downtime, need to rest, and then get back up. People were just quick and moving.
Going. Yep.
Making too many decisions so fast, right? So I just think that this is the time that we need to learn to take the downtime, take vacation even, and think about your next move. Think about what you're doing in life.
Yeah. Think about what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's definitely forcing us to look at our why.
Exactly.
And okay, so what has been your experience with the media and social media? You know, like when you look at the media and social media, what has been your experience, your feeling about it all?
Okay, so at the beginning of the whole pandemic, I saw on social media a lot of jokes about it. People were making a lot of jokes, not taking it very serious and stuff. And I found that very disrespectful, actually. I found it very disrespectful, the memes and stuff, people not taking it serious. But I would say in terms of the media, like helping, the people in, say, like the news, they were helping people to understand that this thing is real, is not a joke, and like helping people to understand how serious the situation can get. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the media and social media.
Okay. It has your media outlets that, like, do they talk about it often over and over, or do they spread it out? Like, do they talk about other things?
I would say in my generation, which is among the 18-year-olds and my age group, we have been talking about it. There are many debates about it, people actually doing stuff to make it better. And people even have Instagram lives. People went live on Instagram trying to spread the word. People went, even some people were trying to find distractions for other people. So like the Instagram lives, people would like not talk about it so that people would like not, think about it too much because of the fear and how people felt about the whole virus.
That's smart. That's really smart. I like that. I like that. And what is, so if everyone that would be watching us now, what would be your message to them? What would be your message to your peers from Barbados and other parts of the world that have been going through this, the same structure of being home and quarantine?
My message would be to don't look at it as all negative. To always look on the positive side of it, and use it wisely. Use it as a time to work on yourself, do a lot of self-care, and just work on making you better for the future again, right? So yeah, that's my message. I would like get people to not focus heavily on the negative side of it and look more to the positive.
And so now, what would you say to that group of teenagers that, or kids that are in an environment that's not so supportive of them being, let's say, free, or thinking that they don't have a place to go and feel safe? What would be your message to them?
Well, that's a very good question. As you said, there's nowhere to go, but people, the best thing that you could tell someone that is going through something is that everything will be okay, right? And some people may have distraction. Some people may have something that could keep them sane, right? And you could even have, well, my message to those people is that you could find somewhere in your home, even a corner, a small corner, a bathroom, a bedroom, anywhere. Just find somewhere in your home to sit down, shut your eye, close your eyes, and think, and just, think about something good. Think about the positive in the situation. In the situation, don't think about oh, this is so bad. I'm at home, stuck in this house, and stuff like that. Just think about how good it is to be living, right? Be thankful for life, and just, yeah. So I would just give them the advice to find something, even listening to music, right? A distraction, or even a corner, and just shut your eyes and think.
Beautiful. I love that. Yes. Find a little space and just allow yourself to be.
Yeah.
Jodi, this has been so much fun, and I'm so happy to be able to know and share a little bit of your world. And I would love if there's other people that you know that would like to be a part of it,
Yeah.
share it. Please let me know, and I would love to know their story, because even if you're living in the same house, you may not be going through the same experience.
Exactly.
And it'd be nice to get as many as experience as we can, so that we can touch all the hearts that are out there that are maybe going through the same thing that you're going through, or that I'm going through.
Exactly.
And that is the goal. Like, my vision is for this to go literally global. Thank you so much for jumping on. Thank you for being part of it. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful, Jodi. Yay! So thank you. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. And if you ever want to talk about anything, or if you need someone to talk to that's outside of your family, or maybe that doesn't necessarily know, you don't want them to know, please reach out. I'm super great at, I'm a youth coach, so we can do the one-on-one coaching, sort of like a counseling session. I have a degree in forensic psychology, so I have the tools to be able to support you, and everything's fully confidential. So if you ever need anyone to talk to, please let me know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, down and out. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.